Hello, welcome. You're watching Headset VR. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to a brand new gaming video. Right, so I put a poll on my channel about Dead Space and the content, if anybody would like to see a little bit more of this, such as a full playthrough. So yes, going on to that, this is the Dead Space 2023 remake, one of the best horror games of the last few years, and now thanks to a VR mod you can play the whole thing in first person, stereoscopic 3D aboard the Ishimura. Jesus Christ. So if you're not in the loop, this is a Luke Ross mod, same guy behind a stack of other VR conversions, and basically you get real depth perception, free head-look adding with your headset, no motion controls, no room scale, you're still on a controller, but the presence is pretty beautiful.
Loading systems reinitialized. Autoloader malfunction. Please contact a repair technician. Prime filter flow disengaged.
The visuals on this guy. Glad he's a dead guy. God, that gave me the willies.
Loader claw engaged.
Okay, I guess I've got to do the same shit with the one on the other side. Whoa! Fuck you, bastard. You absolute fuckers. Woo!
Left loader claw engaged. Replacing damaged tram car. Please stand by.
Whew.
Tram replacement complete.
I can hear you. Whoa!
You got it. The tram was jamming the whole system.
That's one down. You said a data board was fried too?
Inventory says there's a spare board in the maintenance bay. We can't run the trams without it.
I hit him. Right, so what does Dead Space Remake actually feel like in VR? Well, the scale's going to hit you pretty quickly. The Ishimura is enormous. It is absolutely vast, this place is. It is a massive spaceship, but with this VR, you actually feel it. You know, you see the ceilings, the corridors, the sense that this ship is generally a world. It's a completely different relationship to the environment. You've got the plasma cutter in your hand, you aim by moving your head rather than a thumbstick, and it changes the tension of every encounter because you physically turn around to find the source, find the sound, and Dead Space is a game that's built on sound design. So the necromorphs don't announce themselves, they just appear. And in VR, when something appears in your peripheral vision, you have to physically turn your head towards it. Now, I'm not going to oversell it. Like I say, I've done a lot of VR horror, but Dead Space Remake in VR, it's something. It genuinely is. Fucking hell. Oh shit. This is going to be crawling with the fuckers. Oh! Fucking hell. Right, so while we're here, I'm going to break down some pros and some cons. Right, so first of all, starting with the pros. Now, the depth, this is the single biggest transformation. You know, it's a third-person game. You're playing it in first person now. Corridors of actual scale now. The Ishimura feels like a real ship you're inside of, not some backdrop. And it is one of the cleanest flat to VR conversions I've experienced in the style of horror. And you know, it's built around tension and audio, and VR amplifies everything that already works. Now 2, the loot loss mod is free. That's not a small thing. You can subscribe if you want to get early access versions. There's no barrier, there's no faff. Download, extract. It's a drop-in mod on the existing remake. You're not compromising visuals or content. It's a full campaign, fully audio design, all of it just in your headset right now. Now 3, the stereoscopic depth completely transforms the atmosphere here. The Ishimura's corridors, the darkness ahead of you, having actual physical depth, it makes the horror work in a way that a flat screen just simply can't replicate. Anyway, if you're finding this useful or you've enjoyed the video, do me a solid, give the video a thumbs up, and it probably does help the channel, and subscribe if you want to see more VR related content. There is going to be more Dead Space coming up. I have promised I'll do a full playthrough, but I'm not going to bombard the channel. You know, you might get a video once per week, something like that. Anyway, let's go on to the cons. Now, there's no motion controls, which is disappointing. I would love motion controls in this game, as I'm sure everybody who's watching this video or has played any of the real VR mods would also love to play with motion controls. So there is a little bit of jank. You know, it's halfway house compared to a native VR shooter. You know, you're aiming with a controller, using your head rather than your hands. And if you've been spoiled by UEVR gesture mods, this will feel a bit more passive. It's still brilliant, it's just different. Now, the comfort options are a little bit thin. There's no proper vignette tuning for motion sickness, so if you're sensitive, ease in slowly. And you know, the comfort will depend on your own setup. Dead Space Remake is intense even in flat screen. In VR with proper depth and head tracking, some sequences are a fair old bit to handle. So, you know, if you can do anything to ease your comfort, then do that. Okay, and the final one, this is the big one. Jump scares hit hard in this. Now, the reason I'm playing through this game is because it's so highly rated. Now we've got it in VR, but I've never had the chance to play it. And I've played through an hour or two of this so far, and there are some very, very good jump scares in here. So, like I say, I know some of you guys love that, but with fair warning, you know, it's intensified in VR. It really is intensified in VR. So, where does that leave us? It's a beautifully flawed halfway house. It's not a true VR native game, but generally one of the most immersive horror experiences you can put on your head right now. If you do love Dead Space and you've got the stomach for it, this is a must try. Right, so that's Dead Space Remake, the Luke Ross VR mod. Free, clean setup, one of the best flat to VR experiences you're going to get in horror. As I mentioned before, the links are in the description. Pop your results in the comments. You know, what was the first necromorph moment that got you? Right, okay, I think we're going to get the tram and we're going to leave it at the end of this very first session of Dead Space. I'll probably do another one of these either a little bit later in the week or next week. So if you have enjoyed watching me squirm, well, not that you can see me, but hearing me squirm, panic and everything, because this has been great so far, then do give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more VR related content, look out for more Dead Space coming soon. As said, I'm going to try and do a full playthrough, but I'm not going to bombard with hour-long videos. We're going to do just highlights. maybe the odd live stream here and there. So if you want to see more of that, look out for it on the channel. Otherwise, this is Headset VR playing the Lucros Real VR mod of Dead Space, the 2023 remake. So thank you for watching. I'm going to get a tram now and we're going to head off down the bingo with the other old girls. So we'll see you again soon for another video. Take care, guys. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.